Yeah, you were talking yesterday about audiences not necessarily wanting or needing motivation to know characters' motivations for things they do.
Yeah.
Um, and I was just on the flip side of that. Do you not feel sometimes that not audience do want to know people's motivation because otherwise um, the audience do need or wants to know motivation because otherwise they can't understand and it becomes kind of kind of trying to make meaning out of life, and then
Well,
that becomes become emotionally devastating.
well, there's lots of definitions of the word motivation. Okay, these two brothers who allegedly blew up people in Boston. Okay, they're now beginning to investigate the older brother, who they think perhaps was radicalized while he went back home to Chechnya. And so, what's his motivation? He wants revenge for what? I have no idea. What involvement he feels in Chechnya, but maybe he's just avenging people all over that part of the world. Who have been hit by drones or whatever, okay? That's what he says his motivation is. That's nonsense. Lots of people suffer from war. They don't blow up people in marathon races. And why he did that, he can rationalize it. He can make excuses. We're never going to understand. I mean, his parents are hugely upset. And the mother's hysterical because they raised him as well as they could. They thought he was in school and studying medicine, and they don't understand what happened, and they think he was used by the FBI or whatever, and they're making all kinds of excuses. His parents do not understand why he did it. I'm submitting he doesn't understand why he did it, and you will never be able to explain that to anybody. So, when you say motivation, if you tell the audience, well, he did it out as an act of revenge, and that's the end of it, okay, it's a very shallow thriller. If you're really interested in character complexity, you would give a hint to the audience that that he loves this stuff. It isn't just revenge. He likes hurting people. Now, why is he a sadist? Why does he take pleasure in blowing people up? Is it genetic? I don't know. Look. I remember living here in England when those two kids dragged that kid out of the mall, and yeah, and his father, one of the kids, came on the telly, and he said, "Well, you give life to these children, but you really don't know what you've got." And And so my attitude is what I said, and you have to make a creative choice. If you feel that you want to explain in some precise way what motivates your characters, and just sit the audience down and say, no, this is the blah, blah, blah cause of this behavior, do it. You do it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you that you have to do anything. I'm only pointing out that great writers don't do this, okay? Great writers invite the audience into the story and ask the audience to use their own brains. Bad writers explain things to people as if they were children, and they write hack work. And I don't advocate hack work. I advocate excellence, and really wise writers recognize that you cannot explain human behavior in a precise, direct cause and effect way. But you can explain rationalizations, excuses that people make.